my name is Leah for anybody that's new here. If you've been here before, welcome back to my channel. For today, I'm doing a full face of MAC Cosmetics. This is something like a series that I want to start doing on my channel. Today is going to be MAC Cosmetics since I do have so much MAC. In this video, I'm going to be using a lot of the popular favorites that we all know and love. But I'm also going to throw in a few hidden gems that a lot of people don't know about, nor do they speak about. And I feel like they need a lot more attention. So if you want to see how I achieve this look with all MAC makeup, please keep watching. So the very first thing that I'm going to do is my brows. I already did one. This is a Velux brow liner. Look at how tiny mine is. I've used this so much. I've actually gone through multiple of these. I'm in the shade Deep Brunette, so it comes with the pencil and the spoolie on the other side. I really like this. It's really easy to use. So the very first thing that I like to do is just start to fill in underneath my brow. I basically do the same thing for my brows with a pencil as I would do with a pomade. It's just a little bit different. I do prefer pomades just because I like my brows to be very dark and bold, but if you do want a more natural brow, these are really nice. So I just begin lining the very bottom part of my brow. After I'm done lining the bottom portion of my brow, do the tail, and then you can line the very top of your brow and then fill in the rest. So once I have the shape that I like, I just start to fill in the rest of my brow. It's getting pretty difficult to use this pencil because it's so small already. I've sharpened it so many times. So after you fill in your brow, you get it pretty much as dark as you want to. You don't have to go as dark as me, but since I do like my brows really dark, I am filling them in pretty deeply. I also think that I need to get a darker one of these because my hair is black right now, so I feel like instead of using Deep Brunette, I could probably use the next one down. I'm just taking this spoolie and brushing up. This is going to make them look a little bit more natural, a little bit more blended together, and so much less harsh. So if you ever feel like your brows are way too dark or you just went overboard with the pencil, you can just brush them through a little bit and it really blends them in. So the next thing I'm going to do is prep my skin for my makeup. I'm just using a little bit of the strobe cream. So this is the strobe cream in Pink Light. I love strobe cream so much. So when you look at it, it has like a reflex of pink, like a pink shimmer, which looks really pretty in my opinion. Once you apply it to your entire face, your skin just has a natural glow. Has like a very subtle illumination, which I feel is so beautiful, and plus it's extremely moisturizing. I have such dry skin and this really moisturizes and feels really comfortable on my skin. I just love it so much. I've been using this for years. So even when I turn my face just a little bit, you can really see the high points of my skin glowing, which is what I love about this moisturizer. So again, this was the strobe cream in Pink Light. So I usually like to let that set in just for a couple minutes, just so it could really soak into my skin and my skin can get all the benefits from it. And then after that, I like to use the Time Check lotion, which is a primer. So what the Time Check lotion does is it fills your pores, so all your pores are completely blanked out, and it also reduces the appearance of fine lines. So I do have some fine lines. I feel like we all have a couple fine lines under our eyes. That's just like natural, and also that's where our concealer starts to seep in and crease, which just doesn't look that good. So I like to use the Time Check lotion to eliminate both of those problems. I'm just taking a little bit. I like to put it here on the center of my face, on the center of my forehead, down my chin, all around my mouth. I like to put this. I basically put it in the very center of my face. The only downside I would say is the price point. I feel like it is a little bit up there. It's around $45 for one bottle, which a lot of people don't want to spend $45 on a primer, but I feel like if you do get it, it's a really good investment and it actually really works. You'll probably end up buying it over and over again because you're just going to fall in love with it. Now that I have the strobe cream on, I have my Time Check lotion primer. I am going to be using foundation. The foundation that I'm using today, it's one that you guys probably have never heard about because a lot of people haven't. It is a MAC product, but this is called the Face and Body Foundation by MAC. So you can use this foundation on your face and your body, obviously, hence the name. But it's an extremely light coverage foundation. It seems to really help me with evening out my skin tone, but it doesn't give me that extra coverage. The reason why I love this foundation so much is because it really feels so light on your skin. It's so comfortable, especially if you're like, it's like a hot summer day. You don't want to have like extremely thick, heavy foundation on. This is a really good option. You can also use this on your arms, on your chest, on your legs. I like to use it with my Studio Fix powder. Now the Studio Fix powder, a lot of people tend to forget, but this is a foundation in itself. It's a powder foundation. It's extremely high coverage. That is why whenever I use the Studio Fix foundation, I do like to use an extremely light base underneath. So to shake it up really good, I'm in the shade N2. This foundation is also very runny, so it's very liquidy. You're gonna see right now that it's super liquidy. As soon as you apply it, it starts to run down just because it's so liquidy. So I'm gonna do one side of my face first, just so you can see the coverage that it gives you. I just feel like it looks like natural skin. It looks very natural. If you're going for like a BB cream type of look, this is a really good option for you. You can still see a little bit of redness right here. You can still see your skin through it. Like, it doesn't give you that huge amount of coverage that's sometimes unnecessary. It just looks beautiful. Like, it looks so good. It makes your skin look really healthy. So this is also another product that I'm almost completely out of. It's like really finishing. This is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I've gone through so many of these, easily over 10 bottles of this I've gone through. I'm in the shade NC20. So if this pump was a little bit more easy to control, it would be so much better. But other than that, it's an amazing concealer. I'm taking a small concealer brush like this one, and I'm dipping it into a little bit of my concealer, running the excess part on the back of my hand. And I'm also going to use this to prep my eyes for my eyeshadow. So whenever I apply a base to my eyes, I do like to carve out my eyebrow, whether it be with an eyeshadow primer or with a concealer. So I'm still going to do that today. I'm going to be using the Pro Longwear Concealer to carve out the under part of my eyebrow. Sorry, I feel like I can't talk while I'm doing that. It was just like really distracting me. So today I'm going to be using the Studio Fix Powder Foundation, which is very full coverage, very perfecting. It just makes your skin look so smooth and flawless and matte. So I'm in the shade NC20. I believe that this is one of MAC's like all-time most popular seller. I remember in high school, everyone used this. So this is a Sigma F30 brush. It's just this really large powder brush. I just put it all over my skin, so I try not to miss any areas. You really want to do this evenly so your skin looks the same all around. So if you already use the Studio Fix powder, I do recommend checking out the Face and Body Foundation. You're gonna love the combo. Like, my skin right now looks so good. It just looks amazing. It looks flawless. Shout out to anybody that remembers this packaging. I thought this was the most beautiful thing ever created. It's the, what was this called? Oh my gosh, I forgot what this collection was called. Something aquatic? I don't know. I honestly don't remember, but I'm gonna research it right now after I'm done doing this, because I'm gonna be breaking my head trying to remember what this collection was called. Golden bronzer came in this collection and I picked it up. The reason why I have it so full is because I didn't want to use it for so long because of the limited edition packaging. I wanted to save it forever and ever. So I'm popping it right into my cheekbones. I'm also going to put a little bit onto my forehead. So for my highlighter, I'm going to be using another product that I feel like is so underrated. This is called a cream color base in the shade Pearl. This is going to give you a really nice highlighted effect, and since this is a cream product, it looks really natural and just really glowy. The thing with this product is it's not going to give you that glittery highlighted look. It's really going to it really just looks like a glow from within, which is so subtle, but it's so beautiful. I feel like this is definitely one of those hidden gems from the MAC counter that people don't talk about. If you're not into cream products on your skin, a really good highlighter from MAC is Lightscapade. I'm going to apply a little bit of this right on top. Not that I normally do this, but just so you can see the shade of this. It has a little bit of blue, a little bit of pink, and it also has a little bit of yellow in there. So it's really, really pretty. So I'm just putting this right over the cream color base. Like I said, you don't have to layer it, but you can if you like. Can you guys see this glow right now? I feel like it just looks so good. So the very last step for my face is blush. I have 6 MAC blushes right here. I'm not sure exactly which ones are discontinued. The thing about MAC products is that they do get discontinued pretty often. So this is Sunbask. It's a really glittery, shimmery, warm pink. I use it a lot during the spring and summer. Another good one is Melba if you want something that's going to be matte. I like to put this like basically over my bronzer and right underneath my highlight. So basically like squish it in between your highlight and your bronzer. So off camera really quick, I went ahead and did one eye. I used a lot of oranges, and on my lid I used a rose. So I'm going to do the opposite side with you. Again, I'm using all MAC eyeshadows. So I created this palette a while back. Some of these eyeshadows are discontinued, so I'm not going to use any of the discontinued ones. The ones that I'm using for this look, you can still purchase if you want to. So the first one that I'm going to be using is this one right here, which is called Nylon. It's a super shimmery, almost metallic vanilla color. I'm popping this one right under my brow bone. So you can also pop a little bit of this right into the inner corner if you want an extremely bright inner corner. So the next one that I'm going to be using is this one right here, which is called Rule. It's a matte orange tone. I love this one for a transition shade. A lot of people don't think of using an orange as a transition shade. A lot of people like to use just soft browns, things like that. But if you do use an orange as a transition shade, it's going to make your look so much warmer. It almost looks like a brown. Once you start to layer other tones, it looks really wearable. So the next one that I'm going to be using is this one right here. It's another one of my favorites. This one is called Red Brick. It's still matte, so I am going to be using this one in my crease as well, just to deepen up all the colors. I'm taking this one on a fluffy brush, but this fluffy brush is a lot denser. So I'm just going to be popping this color right on top of this one, keeping it a little bit tighter into my crease. So what this is going to do is add a lot of richness into the look. It's going to look so much more saturated, so beautiful. Look at that color. I love it so much. It's just so good. So now that I have those two, I'm going to take a little bit more of my Rule, which is the lighter orange. I'm going to be taking this one on the same brush that I used at the beginning and going right over the edges. So the next thing that I'm going to be applying is this product right here. It's a pigment from MAC, which is called Rose. It's an extremely metallic rose gold type of color. It's so beautiful. As I'm using this right now, I don't want to be too precise with it, which is why I'm not going to use this on a brush. I'm going to use it on my fingertip. I don't know why, but whenever I use brushes with my pigments, the metallic finish really gets toned down and sometimes I get lost. So I like to apply my pigments with my fingertip. So underneath my eyes, I'm using this eggplant shade right here. I believe it's called Sketch. So that really darkened up the look. It just ties everything together a lot nicer. Right on top of Sketch, I'm going to be using Rule again. And this one is going to go right around the edges on the lower lash line. So MAC has these Eyeshadow pencils, which are so creamy and so pigmented. This is in the shade Fascinating. It's so tiny. I use this a lot. I'm taking the white eyeliner and popping it right into my waterline. What this does is really brighten up your look. It makes you look so wide awake and just like fresh, like your eye is so much bigger. So to line the top of my eyes, I'm going to be using my Brush Black eyeliner. This is basically a marker. So I just applied some lashes. I feel like lashes completely transform your look. They bump up your look to the next level. But these lashes are not from MAC. I honestly don't know where these lashes are from. I've reused them already a couple times. So I'm already at the very end. I just need to finish up with my lips. I am using Soar lip pencil. It's an extremely popular, very popular color. It's actually even a lipstick now. I always overline my lips, as you guys know. I'm going to drag this down into the center of my lips. So you can leave this on its own, which looks gorgeous, but I am going to be popping a little bit of Relentlessly Red into the very center. So this is a swatch of Relentlessly Red. It's really bright, really matte, and super opaque. It's like in between pink, orange, and red. Like a mixture between pink, orange, and red is what this one is. It's called Relentlessly Red, but in my opinion it looks more like a hot pink. So I'm just going to be popping a very little bit of this into the center of my lips. So it's actually going to look like a little bit of an ombre just if you put it in the center. So I'm already completely done. The very last thing that I'm going to be doing is adding a little bit of MAC Fix Plus. This, you could use it before or after your makeup. You can use this to prep your skin before your makeup, or you can use it after you're all done to seal everything in. Okay, so that is a completed look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this full face of MAC makeup. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell just so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see more makeup from me. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.